You've replaced the spark plugs. You've replaced the ignition coil. Maybe you've even replaced the fuel injector itself. The misfire is still there. Here's why. 5 suspects, 1 culprit, and there's a single test that clears 4 of them in under a minute before you spend $1 on parts. A fuel injector, a fuel pump, an oxygen sensor, a map sensor, and a leaking valve cover gasket can all produce the exact same 3 symptoms. A misfire, a rough idle, poor acceleration. Guess wrong, and you're not fixing your car. You're just donating parts to it, one at a time. Here's a real example. Someone came in with a check engine light showing 2 codes, P0172 and P0175. Both point to the engine running rich, too much fuel for the air it's getting. A slow crank before the car catches. Sluggish acceleration. The obvious guess was the fuel injector. Spraying too much fuel would explain a rich code perfectly. It wasn't the injector. It turned out to be the map sensor, sending a bad pressure reading to the computer, which then miscalculated how much fuel the engine actually needed. That's not bad luck. That's 5 different systems, all screaming through the exact same 3 symptoms. So here's the one question that splits them into 2 groups before you touch a single part. Pull up your scan tool and look at exactly what the code says, not just that a code exists. Is it a cylinder-specific code? Something like P0301, P0302, up through P0308? That number tells you exactly which cylinder is misfiring. A code locked to one cylinder points towards something local to that cylinder. Its injector, its spark plug, its ignition coil, or a compression problem in that specific hole. Or is it a random misfire code, P030s, with no specific cylinder attached? Or a lean code, like P0171 or P0174, affecting the whole engine? That points towards something feeding every cylinder at once. The fuel pump, a vacuum leak, or a sensor the computer relies on for every cylinder's fuel calculation, not just one. That one question already cuts your suspect list in half. A single, repeatable cylinder-specific code takes the fuel pump, the O2 sensor, and the map sensor almost entirely off the table, because none of those 3 parts can single out one cylinder and leave the rest alone. A random or system-wide code does the opposite. It makes a single bad injector or a single bad spark plug far less likely to be the whole story. One more thing before we split the list. A misfire doesn't always trigger a check engine light on its own, especially a mild one that comes and goes. If your dash is clean but you can feel or hear the problem, don't take a lack of codes as proof nothing's wrong. It just means you're diagnosing by symptom instead of by code, which makes the next few steps even more useful. Now let's clear the other half, one at a time, starting with the 2 that get confused with each other the most. If you've got a fuel pressure gauge, this is where it earns its keep. Low pressure at the rail, across the board, points to the pump, or something restricting fuel before it gets there, like a clogged filter. Normal pressure at the rail, combined with a misfire on one specific cylinder, points to that cylinder's injector instead. The fuel is arriving fine. It's just not getting delivered correctly at that one spot. No gauge? There's a softer clue you can use. And it's just that, a clue, not a verdict. Pay attention to when the symptom actually shows up, a problem that only appears under load, accelerating hard or holding highway speed, leans toward a fuel pump weakening under demand it can't quite meet. A problem that's mostly there at idle, or doesn't change much whether you're cruising or standing still, leans towards something more local, like an injector or a vacuum leak. Rule those 2 out, and you're left with 3 suspects that don't even need a pressure gauge. Just the right question asked in the right order. There's real money riding on getting this right. A full fuel pump replacement can run anywhere from several $100s to well over $1,000 depending on the vehicle, while a single injector is usually a fraction of that. Guess pump when it's actually one injector, and you've overpaid by a lot. An oxygen sensor going bad will mess with your fuel trims, your fuel economy, sometimes give you a hint of black smoke or a gasoline smell. What it will not do is stall your engine all on its own. If stalling is part of your symptom list and your fuel trims look normal, cross the O2 sensor off. If your fuel trims are genuinely out of range alongside the misfire, it stays on the list. The map sensor is the hardest one on this list, and there's no point pretending otherwise. Its symptoms, rough idle, hard starting, poor acceleration, higher emissions, overlap with a bad injector almost point for point. There's no free trick that separates them with total certainty. The honest answer is that you need a scan tool showing live data, watching the map sensor's reading against what's normal for your engine at idle and under throttle. A flat, unchanging pressure reading, or a value that doesn't move the way it should when you rev the engine, is your sensor talking. This is exactly the distinction between an engine-only code reader and one that shows full live data streams, the same distinction we covered when comparing budget scanners. 4 suspects down. The 5th one isn't even electrical, and it's usually the cheapest thing on this entire list to check. A leaking valve cover gasket lets oil drip down onto your spark plugs and ignition coils. Oil-fouled plugs misfire. Oil-fouled coils misfire. From the driver's seat, it feels exactly like a dying injector. Rough, idle, hesitation, a check engine light with a misfire code. Here's the part that should change the order you check things in. This is a visual inspection. Pull a spark plug and look at it. Dry and worn is one story. Wet with oil is a completely different one, and it has nothing to do with your fuel system at all. It costs nothing but a socket wrench and 5 minutes, and it rules out an entire category of expensive guessing. Most people check it last, if they check it at all, after they've already bought a sensor or an injector. It should be first, not last. It's the only suspect on this list you can clear without spending a cent or plugging in a single tool. If it does turn out to be the gasket, a professional repair typically runs $300 to $500 once labor's added, since some engines need real disassembly to reach it. Still less than guessing wrong on a sensor or an injector first, and paying for this fix anyway once nothing else worked. If you'd rather rule things out than guess and replace, subscribe. That's what this channel does. Picture 2 people with the exact same misfire. One pulls the code first, sees it's locked to cylinder 2, pulls that spark plug, finds it soaked in oil, tightens down a valve cover gasket for about $20 in parts. The misfire is gone. Total cost, $20 and 20 minutes. The other assumes injector, because that's the part everyone talks about online. Replaces it. Misfire's still there. Replaces the spark plugs and coil next, just in case. Still there. Finally checks the code properly, and finds the same oil-fouled plug the first person found in 5 minutes. Total cost, the injector, the plugs, the coil, and a repair that could have been $20. The parts store wins either way. It doesn't matter which of the 5 suspects you guess. Someone's selling you a part for it. So here's the rule. Before you replace anything, ask your scan tool one question. Is this code locked to one cylinder, or is it system-wide? That single answer eliminates 2 or 3 suspects before you've spent a dime. Then check the free ones first. The spark plug for oil, the pattern of when the symptom shows up. Save the parts canon for last, not first. Which one turned out to be your actual problem? Tell me below. If you're still not sure your scanner can even show you the codes we just talked about, the video on choosing a scanner under $50 covers exactly which ones can and can't.